The following show is about a fake GOAT debate. Although there is no actual award for being the GOAT, the views expressed have been known to make basketball fans and haters get extremely emotional. It contains strong language and content. Viewer discretion is advised.
I don't think we should have this conversation of the greatest of all time no more. I think we should just appreciate whoever, like, I can't say Jordan was better than Russell or LeBron is better than Jordan or Jordan is better, because each era had their greatest of all time. So they all should be on the Rushmore, bro.
His faces.
You know what I'm saying?
His
like
faces.
when you talk about the Rushmore, let's stop saying it's 4 of them. No, we're going to say, all right, it started with Russell, Wilt. Let's go there. That's part of the Rushmore. It's a huge mountain. And then you go like to the next wave, Bird, Magic, they up there. Then you say Jordan.
So you speaking pillars.
Man, these is the pillars. They gotta be. They gotta be. This is the Rushmore, bro. Kareem, Magic, Jordan. That like boom, 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 boom. We can't just give it no individual. Because when I heard Jordan said, "Do you think you're the greatest?" He was like, "Man, that'll be disrespectful to the guys to the past." So I can't say I'm the GOAT because it'll be disrespecting what the past guys did, like Russell and Wilt. And I was like, "Damn, that's real." Like I'm not about to be talking about the greatest no more. The greatest is what you bring to that generation.
Man, we got to live through Chicago and watch Michael, Scotty, Phil Jackson build Chicago's culture. We got to see Houston build their culture. You feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, don't take none of this shit for granted, man. The shit we see LB doing for the Lakers, the shit we see Steph Curry doing for Golden State, KD being in the Phoenix jersey, bro. Man, I think Shaq said it best, man. A couple years, man, they're not going to be here. And then we're going to be doing the rewind the tapes and shit, man.
What it do? This is Mikey Justice, and this is episode 7 of Everybody Don't Hate LeBron. And it starts now. Man, he be flopping.
Man, he a loser.
Man, he be stat patting.
Man, he ain't a good team.
Man, 20-time All-Star. Man, he only plays so he can catch Jordan. 4-time finals MVP.
Man, he ain't never won no
championship with every team he's been on. You want to talk basketball? Then let's talk basketball. Man, I think you hate LeBron James.
Everybody hates LeBron James.
LeBron James.
All right, once again, y'all, I'm your boy Mikey Justice, and this is episode 7 of Everybody Don't Hate LeBron. Reason for the podcast is you just got a lot of LeBron haters out here. I try to get a perspective from a basketball fan standpoint, whereas none of that just saying something because you have a personal agenda or feeling about LeBron. I try to break it down and get perspective about him, MJ, and anybody that's in that GOAT debate, discussion, or whatever they call it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we try to do it grown. We try to keep it real. We try to be honest and try to make some actual sense of what's going on. I wish I didn't have to do a podcast. I feel like it's way more important stuff to talk about in this world. But since everybody want to talk about LeBron all day, every day, then let's talk about LeBron. First topic, man. Did you see any of the confrontation between him and Stephen A. Smith?
I did. I saw that video, my brother.
Yeah, different videos surfacing, but this is just the one that we decided to pull up and just show y'all of what's supposed to have happened in that confrontation between Stephen A. Smith and LeBron. So before we break it down and give our perspective about what happened, we'll just give them a little refresher of how it kind of went down. You got that clip ready? We could go ahead and roll it.
James coming up to me, unexpectedly, I might add, to confront me about making sure that I mind what I say about his son. Can't repeat the words because they ain't suited for FCC airwaves. That's what he was doing. I thought long and hard about this over the last few hours because I had no intentions, Molly, of talking about this at all.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because it was a one-on-one, I wouldn't say a conversation, but it was a one-on-one confrontation. There was a quote that he gave in February of 2024. The work and results will ultimately do talking, no matter what the size. If y'all don't know, he doesn't care what mock drafts say. He just works, earned, not given, etc., etc. But he also had said that his son could play on the Lakers right now, and he was better than half the dudes in the NBA. In the aftermath of all of that, he instructed everybody before the draft that y'all want me, draft Bronny. Wherever Bronny is at, that's where I'll be. I'll do whatever it takes to play with my son for a year. It's not about the money at that point. My point months ago was that because of who you are one of the top 2 players in the history of basketball, in my estimation, there's an immense amount of pressure that comes with that for his son. And when he talked like that and what have you, anything that goes awry as it pertains to his son, there's going to be a microscopic eye, even more intensified, on Bronny James because of his dad and what his dad had said. And that's when I was talking about, come on, man, this is the situation that you're putting him in. That's where I was coming from. I could be a bit more outspoken about it, but to be quite honest with you, to be in that moment, to have LeBron look at me the way that he did, for me to be a father of 2 daughters, for me to know what fathers, how much love fathers have for their children, and to hear what he had to say, it was all about his son.
Yeah, and so Stephen A, man.
Okay, before I get off into it, brother, I will just let you open up this discussion and give me your take on it. What do you think about anything you saw, the video, the whole confrontation? Any feedback that you would like to just add to this story?
Well, here's first off, the confrontation. I feel like it was a long time coming, because if you had expressed your views in the way that you did on this video, I feel like LeBron would have took your criticism with a grain of salt. But it's all the extra stuff that go into it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, everybody noticed when everybody else is just playing up for the camera and being a little bit extra. I mean, that is part of Stephen A's whole his whole little demo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That he brings that type of almost controversial but very vocal and be himself when he, speaks on a subject or a topic. I don't like to just call people haters because I don't want them to think that it's all about me. And don't get me wrong, I do appreciate the way LeBron James plays basketball. And that's the only purpose that he has in my life.
Right.
So as far as somebody really saying what they want to say and giving their opinion about him, I don't knock anybody's opinion or how they feel about him. But at the same time, man, if I respect his game, watched him play, and I got the receipts myself, then, then it's okay for me to give my opinion and perspective as well.
Right.
Some of it is unwarranted hate. Some of it is false narratives that we'll continue to break down this show. And some of it just social media people just trying to hop on the bandwagon, say what's typical, say what's popular. Yeah, real quick. A lot of it is garbage and BS to me, but I want to just open it up by saying that it's not me being a fan of LeBron James that's going to debunk some of the false narratives and prove to you why it's so much garbage that's floating around with this situation, period. Like I said, if I had my way, I wouldn't speak on it at all. But since everybody think it's so important and needs to be talked about, then we gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you want to add to that, man, before we go
on? The like, thing where he say,
yes, sir,
he was not gonna address it.
Yeah.
But yet you on TV addressing it. If you wasn't going to address it, then just don't address it. Nobody knew.
I mean,
nobody knew what he said until you came out and told everybody what he said. You know, so
my thing is, if LeBron James got a way to contact you, then you got a way to contact him.
Right.
So you could have hollered at him too. If you saying out of your own mouth that is not what people think, because you had social media that was saying that he called the man out of his name, he disrespected and all that. I really don't know, bro. I seen one that claimed that he called him the B word. Then I seen another one that he say leave my effing son alone, or keep my son name out your mouth or something. You hear me? And with all this AI and everything that's going on, you don't know what's true.
Right.
I'm gonna take what Stephen A said, what looked like the real that looked like Stephen A would probably say,
like real deal Stephen A Smith.
Yeah. He was like being a father of 2 girls and a father, period, that he understood where LeBron James was coming from.
Right.
He said it wasn't about trying to, he wasn't stat padding this time. It wasn't all about him. It was him speaking as a father, whether right or wrong, you could still tell he respected what he said to him as a father.
Yeah.
I'm a father, you a father. So we understand that. I don't care what nobody say, bro. It's an unwritten and underlying rule that as a parent, we are obligated to protect our children.
Yeah.
And we'll do it at all costs. And whatever age they have and whatever age they are, man, it really don't make a difference. Because you as a father, being somebody's dad, me too. I don't care if my daughter's 60, if I'm still around, I'm still going to give her that respect like she's still my child, like I put her on this earth. And I'm going to still expect the same amount of respect like she talking to her father. So the age thing about him being a certain age don't matter. You still got that same job and responsibility as a parent. Is it so hands-on once your kids get older? No, it's not. But it's never going to be a time that your kid is not your kid. So it's okay if I see somebody remain in parent mode when they're dealing with their kid. That's my opinion. But another thing, man, he like, this dude ain't did nothing but be the model citizen, be the just regular model kid. He haven't done nothing wrong. Y'all keep on punishing and attacking him for something that you claim that I said, LeBron James or somebody else. He hasn't done nothing but try to work his behind off and make it even halfway look like he's earned the spot that he's been given. I don't like all the garbage. You know what I'm saying? You hear people that say, you know, he wouldn't have got drafted if it wasn't for his dad, and he wouldn't have this and that. I don't really know. We'll try to break that down a little bit later. I got different points and perspectives that I want to make on it. I think some of it is true, and I think some of it is not, but we'll get off into that. I'm with you on thinking that it's a long time coming, man, because what's your boy name? The Rob Parkers, the Jason Whitlocks and people like that.
Yeah,
man.
all of these.
Skip Bayless, they all seem like opportunists who hopped on the bandwagon. And like I said, me personally, man, when I see a lot of those foreigners, because you even have Brian Windhurst, a white man, so you ain't know it ain't really nothing about nobody's race. He like, man, the same people that's hating on him is the ones that are making him have the popularity, the fame, and all the riches and everything that he's getting. Dre Day only made Easy's payday. He said the Philippines is so obsessed with this dude. They talking about him 24/7. Then you got people running around talking the ratings in the NBA down and all this. It's not because of LeBron James, because if it is, I don't even want to talk to you from the jump. Because you're a hypocrite. How can you critique something and say something about it all the time and you're not even watching?
You have no reference point.
So we're gonna get off into that later, some of these false narratives, because I watch plenty of them and I don't see some of these things that other people are claiming that they see. So maybe I'm just wrong, maybe I got wool pulled over my eyes, which I don't think so, but it is what it is. Yeah, man, I think it's a situation that can be handled. I think Stephen A is going to be right because for the most part, you know, he still threw a few jabs in there, but he was pretty much genuine about what he said, and he understood the perspective. I don't know if he got it was because he got the draws checked off of him, he just trying to get his grown on or whatever. That don't really matter. You hear me? As long as they come to a mutual agreement and get a good understanding, and it don't have to turn into something over basketball. Because this is what's so ridiculous about this whole fake award and fake GOAT debate to me, man. It's to the point where I mean, we've seen it today, man. It make people get in their feelings real quick. I done fell out with people, some of my former co-workers, you know, to the point where people are almost ready to come to blows. And we know in real life somebody has actually gotten shot over this situation, over a fake debate, man. It ain't no trophy, it ain't no award. You just the greatest of your time. You can't say all time because you're not around all time. You haven't played against everybody. So I hate that part of it, man. To me, people like to have acronyms and stuff because they sound cute. You hear me? You know, you can make it mean something. You know, you got that fetty, you got that cream. That sounds good to your ears. But as soon as you know that it means cash rules everything around me, it make it look a little bit better. You dress it up or make it a little bit cuter. So, you know, nobody want to say what is GOAT? That ain't no word. Greatest of your time. You hear me? What is GOAT? Greatest of his time. It ain't as cute as the GOAT. Oh, you the GOAT. You the greatest of all time. So since everybody want to nut ride and latch on to anything, they done hopped on that acronym and it's done got cute. And sometimes it don't fit for every situation. You know what I'm saying? If basketball ended today and nobody else could ever play, and that's it, then you could put it on the scale and rate who's been the best,
who's the GOAT.
But that same argument and narrative that they try to say that just cause LeBron played longer don't make him better. And just because a person that was a part of a team or a system that allowed them to win 6 straight championships or 8 straight championships don't make them better either.
Right.
It's the same logic. You got to use that same energy on both sides. More celebrated or more decorated don't mean that you're better.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
I think Kobe had as much kill in him as Jordan? People would say no because his results ain't the same. I say 6 rings, 5 rings. What's the difference? A champion is a champion. But no, he can't be the greatest because people like he plays the same position as Michael Jordan.
Right.
So how can you be the greatest when you're not the greatest at your position?
Huh?
My thing is this: talent wise, I think Kobe Bryant got the same and give you the same buckets as Michael Jordan. Did Michael Jordan have a more sophisticated mind against the people he played against during his time? Maybe. Michael Jordan brought a whole different flair and finesse to the game that never had been seen.
Yeah.
So, of course, it's spectacular in their right, and it's very much effective. But in nowadays game, you got several people that's on that level that got that level of talent. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? You got the Joker, you got Giannis, you got this and that. It was all about Michael Jordan during his era.
Yeah.
Can you name anybody else that would even be close to being what Michael Jordan was?
No.
And to me,
the second best player of his era was probably on his team, Scottie Pippen.
let's see what he 80s was and we won't even count that time because it took him 7 years, you hear me, before he got there. So Michael Jordan's peak time was them early 90s Bulls beating the Lakers and everybody else. Okay. 93, 94. Who was the MVPs and stuff in the 90s?
Yeah, Michael Jordan.
I know, like, and then Karl Malone won it twice late. Barkley, all those people that he beat.
Yeah,
man, he was definitely the, hands down, the best player of his era. He had nobody to compete
90s.
with him.
No.
I mean, since LeBron has played so long, he dominated his time, and it wasn't Kobe because Kobe only got 1 MVP.
Right.
But we talking about people that was basically like MVP at the time. Derrick Rose got slipped 1 in there. You get a few people here and there, but it was mostly LeBron time. But now it's a whole different story. You got 3 in a row by the Joker. You got back-to-back by Giannis. Steph winning 2 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got way more dominant players. Jason Tatum went out there then. Zion Williamson, Ja Morant. You got way more people that's on that level skill-wise. So, no, he's not going to dominate to that extent. But to me, with the type of talent he has played against, he has been very dominant. You hear me?
Very dominant. You know what I say, if it wasn't for voter fatigue, you could vote this dude MVP damn near every year. Yeah,
I mean, his numbers ain't fell off. And that's another thing that people always try to come with, man, that he got the scoring record because he stuck around a long time and, and all this other stuff. I was like, nah, man, it's more than just sticking around a long time. Yeah. It's sticking around a long time and actually being good and performing at one of the highest levels. If it's just about sticking around because you was around 20 years, then Udonis Haslem is the GOAT. He the all-time leader in scoring. Kevin Willis is first ballot Hall of Fame.
Right.
Played 20-some years. No, it ain't got nothing to do with that. You sticking around does not make the ball automatically go in the basket.
No, not at all.
Then they killed me with all the scoring titles and all that. Man, this dude is the scoring title.
Right.
That let you know that I'm over you as far as longevity. I was just as good a scorer because yours. And we went and broke down the years that LeBron did not win a scoring title, bro. What he might have been like some percentage points or a point or 2 off. Man, he had years that he didn't win it, that he put up 27 and 30. And these are years that in modern day NBA time, those people, those 27 or 28 a game, Karl Malone, you leading the league that year in scoring.
Right. Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
So some of those years, man, if it wasn't people out there like Kobe and other people that, ridiculous shooters like that, he would have had several years of 20, 25 a game. Some years is going damn near lead the league.
Yeah.
So
top
10
scorer.
Yeah. Come on. He can't score, man. And then they kill me because is they act like Jordan got something that he don't got.
Mm-hmm.
All it take is one. He does have a scoring title, so he has something.
Mm-hmm.
He has stuff that Jordan can't get. Nobody can be the all-time scoring leader but one person.
Right.
So that's a record that he got 6 rings. Okay, you saying 6-0? No, that won't be caught. But as soon as you throw that narrative out there and people start saying, well, Ori's 7-0 in finals. So what does that mean?
Right.
Then you understand, well, a person with regular eyes and got common sense should know that Ori ain't better than.
Right. Same logic. Yeah.
Same logic. Oh, Bill Russell only got 11 rings because he played against plumbers. Plumbers who were paid to be professionals and perform just like he got paid to be a professional and perform. Bill Russell wasn't the only pro at the time playing against YMCA people. He was playing against other pros that were paid to perform.
Hey, like I say, if you could beat Wilt Chamberlain in some basketball, bro, you a baller.
And that's what I'm saying. See, and people that know basketball like me would say very much so that Wilt Chamberlain is more skilled than Bill Russell.
Yeah,
but Wilt Chamberlain didn't have Sam Jones and JoJo White and all these different Hall of Famers,
right.
John Havlicek and all these people on the team with him.
Yeah.
Bob Cousy. Come on, man. These are first ballot surefire Hall of Famers. Right. Yeah, he ain't had no left, right, or whatever dribble with one hand like a little kid in the circle. But when you one of the first people to ever touch a basketball, dribbling in the circle is way better than somebody who has no dribble.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Probably was like, ooh, look at that circle. It's perfect.
Come on, man. It's different stages and different levels.
Yeah.
I mean, was Isaiah Thomas out there shaking people up like Kyrie Irving? No, he wasn't. But to me, Zeke has one of the better handles that I ever seen in NBA history. He does not get enough credit for how much handle he got.
Yeah.
You see the Kyrie Irvings and other people. I'm like, but what about the Sham guys and Jamal Crawford, the people that never get put up in there? Jamal Crawford has it probably to this day, probably still got some of the best handle.
Yeah.
But
they crossover.
How many times do you really see people put people like that up in there? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. People can get different spots with their handle. Jason Williams, Allen Iverson,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that Jason Williams had the best shakeup or this and that. He was more about the pass, the flirt, but he had enough handle. You hear me?
Right.
But we talk about that all the time. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at with the Stephen A. Smith. I'm with you. I think that it was a long time coming. I think it's gonna make people like him lay off of Bronny a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, any criticism that's aimed at me, I'll take all of it. I'm 40. I'm a man.
Right.
But lay off my kid, dude. You ain't got to come at him so hard. And then y'all still got to understand, man. This dude is supposed to be a sophomore in college right now.
Right.
And then you got people, I never said nothing bad. I don't want to hear that foolishness and that bullshit. Man, I remember after his first 4 or 5 games, everybody, I told you he couldn't play and he wasn't going to be nothing, man. Get a dude a minute. Then once everybody get checked and put in their place and you tell them how stupid they sound and ridiculous, then they go to the, I ain't never said that. I know he's going to take time. Well, say that in public. Give that man time. Act like your actions know that he going to need time.
Right.
This dude is supposed to be a sophomore in college, bro. 19, 20 years old, and he just coming off
heart attack,
injury that almost a medical injury that almost took his life.
Yeah,
you hear me?
Yeah.
And then when he came back to play something that he loved to do, he ain't doing it at the YMCA level, like we say,
right?
At the highest level of basketball in the world. You hear me?
Yeah.
I would even say higher than Dream Team in the Olympics, because when you play, the Czechs or somebody like that, you play France, you got 1 or 2 good players. You got Wimbe Yamba or somebody, you hear me?
Yeah.
You got 1 Luka on the team or 1 Joker. You play against Greece, you getting Yanda. Oh, that's right. He got 2 brothers.
Right.
Yeah, okay. Let that be the reason. But no, when you playing against like dream teams and super teams, bro, you playing the Boston Celtics. To me, that's worse. You hear me?
Yeah.
Because you got 4 or 5 dream teamers on that one team.
Yeah.
You got
to deal with Chris Stopps.
You got Jaylen Brown. You got Jason Tatum. You got Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
You got Derek White. You got Al Horford. You got Peyton Pritchard. You hear me? When you facing those teams in the Olympics, they got some ballers out there, but you ain't coming 7-8
Right.
Gunners deep. You hear me?
Yeah.
The first 7 people we put out there are straight up Hall of Fame type up.
Right.
Nah, bro. You ain't
your buckets.
Yeah, you ain't got nothing coming. You ain't got nothing coming out there. But yeah, man, I think it's gonna calm him down. But I think the haters will try to shoot at him even harder because they look for any reason to try to down this man, try not to let his legacy be what it is for stupid reasons, man. You're a puppet. You're typical. You're hopping on what you heard on social media. Those are some of the dumbest reasons. Because his daddy said he was going to be better. That's what parents do. You encourage your kids. You support them. You push them to be as good as they can possibly be.
Right.
Then you hear all these other people, man. Well, Stephen A., you heard him say, well, is he gonna be a star like his dad? Sometimes you have the juniors and this and that are stars and blah blah blah. Yeah, you do. You have some cases where they flop big time. We could even start with MJ kids. They were nowhere close to being on that level. You hear me?
Right.
But then you have some NBA people that are like Joe Jelly Bean Bryant. His son is Kobe Bryant.
Right.
So sometimes the kids do become stars.
Yeah.
And become bigger. They just call him Stephen Curry, but that's Wardell Curry Jr. Or the third. That's his son. That's Dale Curry. The Dale comes from Wardell.
Right.
That's his son. And he was a hell of a shooter until y'all saw his sons. Sons.
Right.
Both of them are even more sharpshooters, but Steph on a whole nother planet. So don't tell me about your kids. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it do. Sometimes it don't. And he ain't wrong for putting his son on. Half of the people that ended up being stars, bro, come from somewhere. Kyrie Irving's dad was a basketball player.
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins is the son of a basketball player. Right. When you're John Lucas III, that means that John Lucas is your dad.
Yeah.
When you're a Patrick Ewing Jr., you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You have some bus, you have some people that do that thing, but everybody basically is somebody. Yeah. You hear me? You didn't just come from nowhere. You hear me? If Rick Brunson wasn't Jalen Brunson's dad, that plain Jane regular looking dude probably wouldn't be all-star NBA, probably Hall of Fame guard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he was taught the game and he was around it because of his dad. You hear me?
Yeah.
I don't care who it is. If they had a basketball in their hand, JaVale McGee's mother played in the WNBA.
Right.
Jaden Ivory is Niele Ivy's son. Coach of what? Notre Dame. WNBA, Hall of Fame. These people are not just coming out of nowhere. You hear me? Candace Parker is the sister of Anthony Parker. All-star first round pick out of Bradley.
Right.
These people are not just anybody. Good, bad, whatever.
Right.
Athletes, period. Shadur Sanders is Deion Sanders' son.
Right.
Darius Rice is Jerry Rice's nephew.
Right.
These people don't come out of nowhere, man. And putting your son on, looking out for your family and your people is what real family members, parents or whatever are definitely supposed to do.
True statement.
I got some type of, it's no different than if you're an electrician and teach your son how to do electric.
Right.
Cut that power off before you get shocked, son. You're teaching them a trade, a skill. It just happened that theirs is basketball. And if it could put their kids or family in a position to have generational wealth where they don't have to worry about anything in the times that we living in, bro, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Nah, me neither.
As crazy as it is, when you don't know what your next crumb is, all you hollering about is the economy and how high the damn eggs is, and you got the ability to make sure your family could just live their life and don't have to trip off nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
it's a million things you could do worse than basketball, bro.
Exactly. all you got to do is worry about somebody just hating on your son, but how you gonna be able to put a crumb on the table and feed your family? You ain't got to worry about that.
Yeah,
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. So yeah, man, I hate that it happened, but I'm with you on that one. It's a long time coming. That's the most I ever seen Stephen A. Smith. Whether you was paranoid or just out of respect to LeBron, I think that it's gonna get both of y'all the results that you're looking for.
Right on.
And moving on, man. I want to ask you, man. F all these haters, F all these internet trolls, you know. you got fat spitters and all, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? But I can't buy it, bro. That level of hate. I seen a guy online this morning talking about he hate LeBron. I said, over basketball, man. He ain't did nothing to you on no personal tip, no nothing. I said, to the point, man, I dislike a lot of people, but do you know how strong a word hate is? Bro, if you straight up hate somebody over basketball, you might need to go get a mental evaluation and get checked. You know, because you one of those people that probably will shoot somebody. Kind of blows with somebody over it. Man, I be seeing so much just hate and everything being, you know, put out there when it comes to this whole LeBron situation. Bro.
And you gotta ask yourself why. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you why, and remember, this is my show, and views expressed on my show are strictly mine, and I don't give a damn what you think and about your opinion. But anyway, y'all, some of it is pure jealousy to me, man. You know how they say you hate me because you ain't me?
Yeah.
If you're great, they gonna hate, and all that other stuff that we've been hearing over the years.
Right.
Do you think that any of that is true, and how much does it play a part in this situation when it come down to the hate that LeBron and Bronny have to deal with?
I think jealousy is a real issue. It's one thing to be competitive and, you know, want to compete, but I think what people get mixed up sometimes is competitive nature and jealousy. Like, if you just want to compete and you want to get out there and do your thing, that's one thing. But when you straight be jealous of somebody, like, you know, and you questioning why they have this and why they have that, and you trying to tear them down and, you know, build yourself up, that's a whole nother thing. So, yeah, I think jealousy does have something to do with it.
Okay. What part do you think is just because they hate when you use the word foreign sometimes? And you know me, I was taught that was the right word. Anything that's not from here is foreign. Because like I said before, I always hear people use the term that if it's not made in America, it's a foreign car.
Right.
And I ain't never heard nobody say, why you disrespecting that car?
You're right.
So, you know what I'm saying? So if it's another word, then somebody teach me, but I don't mean no disrespect when I say foreign. I'm just saying somebody that's not from here.
Right.
Like I was seeing a lot of people that wasn't from here having a real bad taste in their mouth when we won the gold medal. And I was trying to get people, I was like, you could run to the narratives and all that because you don't like LeBron. See, there's other people saying that he can't play, he can't dribble, he this and that. I'm like, no, these are people that are bitter because we dominate basketball and we just had the Olympics and we took home the gold. So those are just people that's in their feelings. I ain't gonna say that that's 100% all of it, but can they honestly say that none of that didn't play a part in it as well?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then some of these people, like I said, they'll tell me all day long that they hate the game and hate him so much that they ain't watched it and such. But you got all this comment to say.
Right.
Where are you seeing all of this flopping? Where are you seeing all of this stat padding and all this other stuff that's going on if you're not watching it?
Yeah.
That means you're trolling and you're hating. You hear narratives on the internet, social media, and you're running with them because you don't care whether it's facts. Your whole mission is to knock him down a little bit and throw some dirt and hate on LeBron. So you can't call it nothing else. So that's my question. I can't say that it's 100% true, but do you think some of the hate is not all basketball and racism has played some part in there?
I think so.
Me too, bro. Me too. That's why I tell people I really hate people that try to act like it's all about basketball, our people, and hate on him. And want to say stuff like I tell people, I'm a fan of basketball, man, and this dude get enough hate and all that anyway. So I wouldn't care about none of that. I'm never going to bash him, hate on him, and do none of that because I understand how divided of a world that we live in right now.
Yeah. So
I'm not going to do nothing to throw no fuel on no fire, and especially nothing as stupid and irrelevant as basketball.
Yeah.
That's a job for only like 200 people. The rest of us is just a hobby, just something to do.
Right.
It does not and should not control and consume our whole life. Period. So yeah, man, that's what I'm like, man. What is all of that, man? Is it jealousy? A little bit. I'm like, is some of it just pure hate and racism? Because I'm like, Cat Williams, bro, you're not that mad over breakfast.
Right.
You're not that mad at basketball.
Yeah.
What he does not affect you. You hear me?
Yeah, it can't be that real.
Man, then you got all the people with the the he's on the steroids and all this and that, man. We gonna get into that, man. So I think they're jealous of his level of success. They're jealous because he's wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
They're scared that that their hero is about to be dethroned by somebody. He's good enough that he makes people hate.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Because I said Jordan is the greatest of all time. Ali, you know how that's why I don't like to use that. I like that just a cute fake award, fake term.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because once somebody get it in their mind that that's the greatest and
Right.
the best thing that they see,
Can't
they
really do
refuse.
nothing about it.
No, they can't erase that out their mind. They refuse to see anything else. You hear me? They want to make their argument true, be ready to go to blows with you. But when you use that same logic, that's why that last week we did the is it the shoes? Because you heard everybody out there, why you think people still wearing his shoes and this and that? Come on, man. I got videos that I'm gonna show in the next couple of weeks where people was like, come on, we talking about basketball. I know you had them Jordan 3s and they kept you cool in school and they made you look fresh and they made sure you was popular and they the best thing going. Being the best in basketball and being a cultural icon or phenomenon is two different things.
Yeah.
And Michael Jordan just happened to be both.
Yeah.
But don't say that he's better on the court than LeBron because people are still wearing his shoes. I didn't get nobody to come with the point. Okay, they've been wearing Chuck Taylors. Are they
Right.
basketball shoes? We don't know. But somewhere they say that he played some type of basketball.
On the peach bag.
That he's a basketball player.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, okay, well, if it's about the shoes, they've been wearing Chuck Taylors now for over 100 years. So is he the GOAT?
Yeah.
Hell no, he ain't the GOAT. So quit using that fake false ass narrative, acting like it's about somebody wearing somebody's shoe.
Right.
Yeah, his shoe was the first one to become the culture a phenomenon. So it's the brand. You hear me? I'm a video gamer, bro. I don't give a damn how many plays. They could have a PlayStation 12. When Nintendo drops something, I'm gonna get it.
Right.
That's why I have the sucky Wii and the Switch, because I'm just hoping to rekindle any of that old school flame that I used to get with Nintendo. That's what you do when you're a fan. You hear me? And people might say, use the term you use, nut rider. Okay, well, if I'm riding nuts, I'm riding Nintendo's nuts. It ain't a human out here nuts that I'm riding, so I'm cool with that.
Beefing with Nintendo.
I'm
beefing with Sega.
Right. Forget Oreos, eat Cool J cookies.
Right.
You know, the fake beef jumping on your little brother, fighting against stuff that don't fight back.
Yeah.
My next thing, man, just hating. Do you think some of it is just people hating?
Yeah. And the reason I say that is because in the absence of any other evidence.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
Like some of it, like the reporters, the Skip Bayless, the Jason Whitlocks, the Rod Parkers. If that's the business that you're in, you're gonna always want your narrative and everything to seem like you the real deal, you the gospel truth. If all the social media and internet is doing is hating on LeBron and talking about how bad he is, you think that you're gonna get all of these same nut riders and followers to jump on your bandwagon when you say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, because that's the whole purpose. If right now you looked at your profile and it said you had 1 million followers, when you start putting up videos and content, how many people would you expect it at least to say that you had watched it?
Right.
1 million. 1 million.
Yeah.
And if I could get anybody else on deck and change their mind and make them see it my way, then good. But if I got 1 million people that's down with me, when I drop any content, say anything or whatever, I expect to have 1 million people backing me. That's what y'all claim that supports me and everything else. So that's what it should be.
Right.
But that's faking itself too, man. Yeah, I think a lot of it, man, is just people like them, opportunists, the Skip Bayless, the Rod Parkers, the Jason Whitlock, because you know we had that TikTok video where one of them got into the argument. They got into a big heated match. Rick Barry and like Rod Parker, and he like, man, you guys just killed me, just throwing out all them old fake narratives and this and that, and you know, he like, you don't understand basketball, and they tried to make the old argument that you're not a reporter, so you don't understand what we do and this and that. We ain't talking about what you do. LeBron ain't no DJ. He ain't no radio. He played basketball, something that I'm a Hall of Famer and I played for several years. Rick Barry. You hear me? Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm so good that 4 or 5 of my sons have been professional basketball players.
Going back to that family thing.
John Berry. Oh, we know about the old slam dunk champion, the white men can't jump, Brent Berry, Drew Berry, Scooter Berry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got your boy, where did Brent come from? But I know Drew was down there at Georgia Tech with Marbury and all them when they was there. Man, these cats played bona fide basketball. You hear me? So no, you gotta listen to him a little bit and feel like he got some type of credibility,
right,
as far as the game go. But yeah, man, some of them people are just trying to hop on the bandwagon, and then people like Skip Bayless, I honestly think that it's a little bit of that racism and personal in there with him. If it ain't true, then prove it. But you know, that's my personal opinion. Some of y'all don't want to talk basketball or see it down the middle. Y'all hopped on the bandwagon. Like all of a sudden, Kendrick Lamar's the hottest thing smoking. Remember all those people when Golden State was winning? It was all about Golden State. Yeah. Do you hear anybody say anything about that still their team now? It's your team because you don't want to take no L, so you chose the winner.
Right.
Look at how fast everybody. I'm so tired of seeing Kansas City Chiefs. F them. When he finna break Brady record and you thought you finna see that 3-peat and see something that you didn't see before. Yeah. You know,
Kansas City.
Barry Bonds was so much on steroids that that they didn't kick him out of that San Francisco uniform. Wherever he hit that home run, that ball was gonna be worth something. And they made sure he did it there and did it in that Giants uniform. You hear me? Yeah, okay. It's so fake. Y'all ain't gonna get none of that money back from them tickets. When McGuire was dinging 70 of them around here, they didn't. Once he got done, then it was all bad. Then while he was in the moment, and you thought you was seeing something spectacular, you was cashew riding like everybody else.
Yeah, and Highway 70, all of it.
Speaking of McGuire and steroids and all this stuff, yeah, that's another one. Because you know your boy. Say that some of them just snitching because they finished. Jose Canseco, you know, when he told everybody was on them roids. Right. That's how I feel about people like the Rashad McCants and all of them, man. I think those people are bitter because they were supposed to be the second coming, ended up being bust, you know what I'm saying? And their career didn't live out to be what they wanted it to. So he's first on my list. Just snitching because he finished. I think you just snitching because you finished. I think you just hating because you finished, bro. I think you crapping on him, and you know, it's just you feeling bad about you was supposed to be the second coming. He's still out there. He's still doing it. I mean, you're a pretty tough guy. I don't want you to, you know, come jump on me. I don't want to get shot over basketball, but I think you're a little bit bitter because your career didn't pan out and you was supposed to be one of the greats. You was that guy in North Carolina. So for that one, I think you just a hater, dog. One more, your boy Kwame Brown.
All right.
You just snitching because you finished. You just hating because you done, man. You like LeBron, were the number one pick in the draft. What, 2 years before him? He was 03, you were 01, and you were picked by the greatest of all time, Michael Jordan. Right. So to me, that's you ain't no better than Bronny. LeBron don't know how to pick good players, and obviously MJ don't either. So since you didn't live up to the hype, you fell off. Think you're a little bitter, dog. Yeah. Kwame Brown. You was a player hater, dog. Real talk. I think you crapping on him, and they opened up the lane and they letting LeBron just travel to the basket. He ain't got no skills. Is your way of trying to make yourself comfortable. Because if they would have let you do all of this, he only got drafted. You got drafted 2 years before him. Y'all did play during the same time. Right. So I don't know, bro. Maybe they could have did something different for you. I don't know, man. Your career is what it was. I think you had a nice long career. You know, I think you wasn't as bad as a lot of people say that you were. But if we going off being the first pick and picked by the great Michael Jordan, somebody that good with their talent should be able to evaluate somebody else and know that he sees talent. So I think on the strong of that, some people feel like you flopped out. But nothing personal against you, Kwame Brown. Now, I want to hear a perspective for some people that got championships, that got rings, that have done a little something, that hold a little weight around here. So we won't have to just think it's just people that just hating. This comes from pure basketball pioneers, some of the great people that other people just look up to as some of the best bona fide ballers to play. Championship experience, championship pedigree. Let's hear what they got to say about old Mr. LeBron James. And I know y'all think that is some people that have a negative perspective about them. Oh, we do. It's plenty of that surfacing around. But I wanted to show y'all that just because y'all feel a certain way, don't make it the gospel truth. Don't make it the gospel truth because I feel some type of way. But I definitely know that there's more to it than what y'all think that it is. So this is Hall of Famers' perspective, what they think of Mr. LeBron James. Roll the clip.
Now, I mean, I'm a big Michael Jordan guy. I mean, that was my era. But LeBron's making a great argument to be, one of the greatest.
Let me ask me who's the better all-around basketball player. LeBron James by far.
Basketball player, he probably is the best of all time, right?
He crushed everything that he was supposed to ever do. Probably will go down as the greatest player to ever play.
Where are you time?
Michael Jordan is the GOAT. If he really surpasses Kareem in the scoring record, I mean, it's I'm sort of running out of arguments for Michael. I mean,
so I said earlier that I thought LeBron James is the most talented player that I've ever seen in NBA history.
LeBron James is the most talented player that I've ever seen.
I'm very vocal. I think LeBron is the best player that's ever played the game.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. And what really blew me away was the people that you saw on that clip.
Right.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Who do you remember seeing? I remember seeing Magic Johnson.
Yeah, Magic Johnson, Gary Payton, Bill Laimbeer.
Karl Malone.
Yep.
David Robinson.
Yep.
Okay, David Robinson. MVP.
Yep.
Has a couple of the Admiral, couple of championships, Rookie of the Year, top 50 player, all of this. You hear me?
Yeah.
So the reason I say that is because, you got the people that's like Barkley and all of them, people gonna be like, well, they the ones that lost to him, so they gonna say that Jordan is the best, and because he's the reason why they don't have rings and justify them not having none.
Right.
So they would say that Jordan is the best. No, that's not it, because Karl Malone just went on record as saying LeBron was the best, right?
Yeah.
And they did lose back-to-back championships to those Bulls, right? Okay, Gary Payton, he don't have to be in that argument either because he got the ring with Miami.
Right.
So, you'll have people that say, well, Gary Payton ain't going to say it because he finally got a ring. But if he never would have got a ring, would it would have changed? You never know. Because I remember when Magic had to retire from basketball temporary, after 91 or whatever. I remember like that 92 or 93 finals or whatever, him doing the commentating. Whose game is it? It's Michael Jordan's game.
Yeah. Yeah,
and that was 10 years before LeBron got drafted.
Right.
So, yeah, he might have been the greatest at that time, but you can change. And that's the mentality that some of these people out here got. Once I anoint something or somebody as the greatest, then I just refuse to see something else. Yeah, you're the greatest of your time. LeBron James wasn't playing then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Rocky Marciano might have been the greatest fighter until somebody saw Muhammad Ali.
Right.
Joe Montana was the greatest quarterback until Tom Brady came along.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the way that it is. Records are made to be broken. It's LeBron James time. Everybody wants to, well, Kobe is done. He retired in 16. and next year he been out the game for 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's still LeBron's time. It's only your time when you're playing. You don't compare Jordan to Russell because that's two different times.
Right.
Bill Russell was the greatest of his time.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I'm saying. Greatest don't mean that you're the best. You won the most. You're the most decorated. You're the most celebrated. You were the face. You were the name. Because you ain't gonna tell me he's no better athlete than Wilt Chamberlain, the person who has a record for scoring 100 in a game, average 50 a game for a whole season.
Yeah, has
probably arguably the best game in NBA history. Mm-hmm. This dude had like 50-some points, 30 or 40 rebounds, 20-some assists, 10, 15 steals, and in double digits and blocks. A quintuple double.
Yeah, with some hard stuff. Blocks, bro.
Blocks and everything. Assists. And I'm not talking about that little skeet.
Yeah.
When you talking about one of them fat levers.
10.
No, we ain't talking about no Luke Kennard triple double. In all respect to him, he's a great player. I just used him for example. But we ain't talking about one of them low budget triple double. We talking about some of them joker numbers. 50, 40, 20.
Yeah. A couple of triple doubles in one game.
Yeah. Stuff like that, man. So yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know what to say. I think they just be hating on dude. I don't think it's because like I said, you got Hall of Famers and all that, they gon' nut ride because they had to play against Jordan, but you still got some people like Malone and others who have kept it all the way honest, and say this dude is, and I've even heard Charles Barkley at times say it, This is a guy that was best friends with Michael Jordan, played against him and everything else, to say that, that performance that LeBron put on Detroit, 29, 30 straight points in the playoffs, is one of the best performances.
Yeah.
And this is a guy who played against Michael Jordan in the finals, and Jordan dropped 50 in games on him. You hear me? You know, so no. Nope. Okay, man. Now we're going to try to get onto some of these false narratives and break them down real quick before we get up out of here. We can't do everything on every show, so we're going to try to give them a little bit of meat, hit y'all with a few more things, and then we'll wrap it up in a minute. You ready to do You Be the Judge?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. See, you got to take that part out of there and edit it. That's what I was asking you. Did you?
Back rolling.
Do it again. I'm going to turn out my bad.
All right. Now it's time for You Be the Judge.
All right.
And my brother, since you are Mike E. Justice, it's time that we come to the highest court in the land for your ruling, my brother.
All right. So I be the judge, huh?
You be the judge.
Man, I ain't got my gavel here, man. I got to get me one. So we'll just, we'll give them that, you know what I'm saying? If I'm not in agreements with it, and then we'll give them a little clap, a little applause if I agree. You hear me?
Right on.
I know the first thing that I wanted to get off into before we even do it, man, was some of those false narratives out there about Kyrie. You got everybody that talk about LeBron saying that he's the GOAT or the greatest because they came back from the 3-1 against Golden State.
Okay.
To me, as a basketball fan, I understand why LeBron would feel that way, man. A team that has a better record than the great Michael Jordan and his Bulls.
Yeah.
They were 72-10, one of the most remarkable runs and records I ever seen.
Yeah.
But when you go to that 9 and single digit loss,
73-9.
Yeah, that's very, very impressive. You hear me?
Yeah.
So for him to come back on that team, had to beat them 3 times in a row with nowhere near as much talent as that team that they beat, because Golden State is stacked.
Yeah.
You going 4-5 Hall of Famers off the flip. You going Steph, you going Clay, you going Draymond, you going Iggy, you know what I'm saying? And you still got a good bench with Sean Livingston and more people like that.
Wasn't KD on that squad too?
No, not on that squad.
Okay,
he come back.
Harrison Barnes.
Right. They go get KD.
Yeah.
Or he joins the super team after they lose.
Yeah.
And I told you they really tried to stack the deck because I remember they tried to get Boogie that year.
Yeah.
And he was still basically like in his prime.
Right. Yeah.
He fell off real fast, you hear me? From where he was at or whatever. But they always try to say that the only reason that he won, well, you got some people that say other things, but I heard a lot of people say because Kyrie Irving carried them. Garbage to me, man. If he would have carried them, then he would have been Finals MVP, not LeBron.
Right.
I know they claiming that favoritism and this and that. Don't get me wrong. Kyrie Irving had some games. He scored 40 in the game, this and that. They might have could have been co-MVPs or this and that, but LeBron did enough that ain't no way that you messed up in saying that he didn't do his part. They killed me with that. If he carried, both of them couldn't be carrying each other. If we had almost identical numbers and everything else, then who carried who? You seen
who else did Kyrie carry?
He carried the whole damn team. Then if he carried LeBron,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He carried the owners. He carried the organization. He carried all of that. He carried his damn self. But this is my thing, man. When was the last time you remember one shot winning the game? If Kyrie's shot was the only thing that made a difference, then the score would have been like 120 something to 3.
Right.
You hear me?
Because I hit this 3.
1-3 did not win the whole series, bro. And then they always talk about people playing on both sides of the ball. Well, LeBron had the offense because he put up 40 just like old boy.
Right.
But you don't see no lockdown where he blocking nobody's shot, Kyrie picking nobody's pocket. LeBron got the points and he got the block.
Right, the chase down.
Yeah, I mean, offense is there. You got Kevin Love, you got all kind of shooters out there. So, I mean, that was a big shot, don't get me wrong, but don't get it twisted. That shot or Ray Allen's 3 is not the reason why LeBron has two rings. You hear me?
Yeah.
2 of his 4 rings.
Right, there you go.
Because to me, man, even with missing those shots, you know what I'm saying? There's no game 7. Because okay, who the hell got them there 5, 6, and 7?
Right.
To even have the opportunity. With no LeBron, you don't even make it there. You hear me?
Yeah.
It's 100% choke job. I would discredit Golden State more for choking than Kyrie for hitting one shot.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be one of the best ball handlers, best guards to ever play the game. He gets paid. He's a professional too. So he showed up. So if he didn't hit that shot, if he would have missed it, he's the reason why LeBron James ain't got all the rings he's supposed to. No, it would have kept on being LeBron James' fault. He choked. He didn't show up. So don't give him no damn credit for hitting that 3 because you wouldn't have blamed him for it, all of it, if he would have missed the 3.
Right. You said it was LeBron fault. He should have took the ball from him. He ain't got no killer gene.
Yeah, he ain't got no killer in him. Yeah. He's the star in the face of the team. Michael Jordan would have took the last shot and all like that. Yeah. Scottie Pippen felt the same way, but who gives a damn? Tony Kukoc took it, and you know what? He made it.
Right.
It was all bottom, so the rest is history. And then you got all the clowns out here that say Draymond Green being suspended was the reason why Golden State choked and they won that game. I don't know about you.
Right.
That's what they get from me. That's complete trash and garbage. Draymond Green get suspended 1 game is not the reason you lost 4 games.
Right. And 3 in a row.
And if Draymond Green foolishness cost that team, then that's Draymond Green's fault.
Yeah.
Not LeBron or nobody else. He need to cut out with the shenanigans, Mr. choking out people, punching his own player,
up on your people,
kicking people in the nuts.
Yeah.
No, this is not the first time for Draymond. So you would think on that type of stage, just as much as LeBron is suspected to perform in that type of atmosphere on that type of stage, then a professional like Draymond Green should be conducting himself in a professional manner and not getting his stupid kicked out the game where it cost them the whole series. So, no, I can't roll with that. Did Draymond Green getting suspended, is that the reason why LeBron James has one of his 4 championship rings? Not at all. Garbage. Angel Reese is garbage. You got anything you want to...
Well, yes, my brother.
That I can be the judge of, my brother.
one of the things I want to ask you about, you hear this narrative about LeBron James flopping. Let me ask you, how often do you see him flop?
Man, that's another thing, bro. Like I said, man, I've watched almost every game this dude has played. Anytime he's on TV, especially now him being older, man, or whatever else, I want to see everything he does.
Right.
Because ain't nobody been that old, played at 40, 20-some years and on that level. So forget that. Playing with your son has never been done before. I don't care if it's soap operas, if it's pro wrestling, y'all watch that. And it's way faker than basketball.
Yeah.
If it's good, it must see TV. I'm watching it, bro. And him being 40 and doing something he never done, whether it's still putting up numbers, still bouncing and throwing that thing down, playing with his son, it still must see TV, and I'm watching it.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, I watch him all the time, bro. So that narrative about did he be flopping or whatever, I be trying to get people to, because what they say, he's played 1,500 games and let them tell it he done flopped over 10,000 times. we was like, well, that mean that he would have to average 7 to 8 flops a game,
right?
And if he flopping that much, I shouldn't have to go all the way 50 or 60 games into the season to say I haven't seen them calling very many to no flops on him, if I remember this year. I'm like, when is the last statistical time that he was actually called for flopping in the game? I don't know if that's maybe because he paid the refs or whatever y'all say, but no. Somebody that gets a jacket for flopping all the time, you would see them flopping all the time.
At least once or twice in a game, right?
Nah, bro, I don't be seeing them flopping. Where does that come from? And then they kill me with the he's out there stat padding. That's bullshit. How's when he score a point and then he trying to get that triple double? Okay, maybe. Okay, we'll give. Sometimes he is out there trying to do it at this point, but who don't? I done seen plenty of people that done moved out the way, let them get a rebound, let them do this, let them do that. But when he passed to somebody else, if you feel like he's a stat padding, just miss the shot then. But why would his teammates try to miss a shot on purpose? He's stat padding. Assist is you making a play for another person. You hear me?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. All that, he got records that Jordan don't have. Jordan has never led the league in assists. And think about that. So if he averaging 10 of them a game, that's a play that he could have made for himself, maybe, or somebody else. If we take 10 assists at 2-pointers, that's 20 points.
Yeah.
If you take 10 at 3, that's 30 points.
Right.
Okay, so it had that 25 or 30 that he done helped somebody else get to his score, to the 25 or 30 that he already averaged. LeBron could average 40 or 50 if he wanted.
Yeah.
And he would very much been the scoring champion. You heard me?
Right.
How stupid y'all would have looked if he would have been it 22 times every year.
Right.
Way more than Jordan Hunt. It would have been some of that
and put up 75,000 points.
Right. It would have been against crackheads and plumbers like Bill Russell.
Right.
He only got 11 rings because he played against Danny Boy from the liquor store. He played against whoever the hell they put out there in front of him. And he dog walked him and he beat him. He don't control who he play against.
Right.
He played against other professionals who were getting checks and getting paid just like he was.
Yeah.
And he dog walked them. So if we gonna count rings, then it's a lot of people better than MJ, LeBron, Kobe, and all of them. Robert Horry would be better.
Right.
Dennis Rodman would be better. Bill Russell would be better.
Okay.
All of these people have more rings.
Yeah.
The Magic Johnson has 5, so I guess him and Kobe Bryant are pretty much neck and neck,
right,
on the same level. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would be better because he has more rings. Steve Kerr is top 10. He has 5 to 7 rings.
Right.
San Antonio Spurs. Oh, that's right, and he got 4, 5 more of them with Golden State. So what? Steve Kerr got about 9 or 10 rings.
Yeah.
So he probably
champion.
he probably number 2 all time. Steve Kerr. Anything else you got for me?
Yeah. So what about my man's team hopping?
Team hopping, bro. I'm gonna have to say it's garbage because I look at it like this, man. They always try to say when he's not winning or whatever else, he hops from team to team. The first time I remember him playing against him leaving was when he had a 40-some point game 7 against the Boston Celtics when they had Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett. Oh, more than 2 stars. That might classify them as What they call it?
Super team.
Oh, that might be a super team. Anybody but a fool. Like I said, all those people that say that they had the same level of talent, same level of players and all that. Okay, bet me on the street or go to Vegas somewhere and put that bet in. Bet your money on LeBron James, Anderson Varejao, and Boobie Gibson against Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. I don't think you're stupid enough to put your money on them Cavaliers.
Right.
If you put your money on Kevin Love, Matthew Dellavedova, and LeBron James before you put it on Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Andre Iguodala, then use a fool and a half again. You just like giving away free money. Oh, that's right. He had Kyrie Irving out there. Come on, man. Everybody has had some type of running mate, bro. I don't remember any team that had one single person that was out there doing anything by themselves.
Nah, if you serious about trying to win a championship, you better have a running mate.
Because he only had one star. He didn't have no super team. He had Scottie Pippen. Okay, LeBron James had Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Okay, rebounder Kevin Love. Okay, he might have a little bit more offense than Rodman, but we'll give them that matchup tit for tat. Who else? I mean, when you had the Boston Celtics,
on that other run, he had Ron Harper at that point guard.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
And this is a guy that's a defensive stopper. And when you go back and look at his numbers, he had several years of averaging over 20-something a game.
Yeah.
This dude used to be another one they used to compare to Jordan.
Certified bucket.
Talk about the hops and the the creativity and everything else, man. Okay. But I'm just saying, any team in the last few years, the Denver Nuggets, right? They got Jamal Murray. He's not bona fide.
Yeah,
the Joker. Then you got somebody, Michael Porter, that only dropped in the draft. He got the Kobe on him.
Yeah.
That 14, 13 pick is some bullshit. This dude is number one pick in any draft.
Yeah.
And that's still a lot.
With a silky smooth jump shot. Yeah, bro.
Aaron Gordon, one of the most athletic people, you hear me? Should have probably been 2-3-time champion of the dunk out. You hear me? Athleticism on 100, 150. Dude, come on, man. That ain't no regular team. Boston, like we said, Drew Holiday, Porzingis, Derek White, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Where's the regular team?
Yeah.
These are super teams.
Super team.
Okay. Milwaukee, they won.
Milwaukee,
they still had Chris Middleton, all-star, Giannis, and other people. Man, ain't nobody went out here and won no championship by themselves.
Nah,
old school or new school. The bad boy Pistons, it might have been all about Isaiah Thomas, but Joe Dumars is a damn solid pro. Dennis Rodman, John Sally, Vinny the Microwave Johnson, Mark Aguirre. Come on, man, they got a pretty decent team. You heard me? Okay, anybody else? I was finna say Portland, but they didn't even win none when they had Drexler and all those cats. But Drexler did win a ring when he teamed up with Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So come on, man, ain't nobody did nothing by themselves.
No, it's a team effort. It's a team sport.
I mean, even with Dwayne Wade, the year that he won by when he was in Miami before LeBron and them, they turned it into a super team. Come on, man. The dude still had Shaq.
Yeah, he had Shaq. He was about to say.
Come on, man. He had Shaq. He wasn't nowhere close to the most dominant, but he wasn't nowhere near. He wasn't that same Shaq that Boston, Cleveland, Phoenix, and all them got.
Nah.
He still had plenty of juice left.
He had some gas in that tank.
Yeah, man. So that about him team hopping, I don't agree. I think he did like everybody else. When he realized that he didn't have enough, he moved on and tried to get with some better people.
Right on.
Who else is that they say when they got around better people, they made it happen? The Bulls. Once they start getting Kukoc and Rodman and Pippen and start developing into a better team, they start winning. You know, that same Golden State team that Mark Jackson saying best shooters and all of this and that, when they put a team together,
right?
Iggy, Draymond, eventually getting Kevin Durant and all of them, they had more firepower than a lot of people, man. But does he team how? No, I don't think so. He done been in LA for how long now?
Almost 10 years.
Yeah, I'm like, that was 05. I mean, 2020 when he won the championship 5 years ago. So if it's about him hopping on different teams because he's not winning, then where's it at?
Yeah,
he ain't hopped on no team. He been on the same team.
Yep.
The first team he left Cleveland because they didn't have enough. So he decided to do like everybody else. It's his job. When you don't get the results you want from one job, you move on to another. People do it all day long.
Right.
So when he thought he wasn't getting what he's supposed to do, he went and got with some better talent.
Yep.
You hear me? He say, not one, not two, not three. They chastised him for that. You hear me?
Yeah.
But keeping it 100. Every year that he went there, they played for a championship. So they went to the championship, not one, not two, not three, not four. So when they come with the whole, would Michael Jordan have 8 rings in a row if he didn't retire? Okay, I could say the same thing. If LeBron didn't go back to Cleveland, would we be talking about Miami going not one, not two, not three? Because he went 10 times to the finals.
Yeah.
And he went the next year with Cleveland and some more time.
Yeah.
So no, maybe Miami didn't go not one, not two, not three. But LeBron James went to and played for a championship and went to the finals not one, not two, not three, not four,
right,
not 5, not 6, not 7, not 8, not 9. But 10 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate this dog. You hate this dog. No, he been on one team. He like Bobby Womack. He can't be in 2 places at one time.
Right.
Y'all burnt his jersey. Y'all condemned him. Y'all talked about him bad. Oh, he left, had the little kids crying. He like, you know what? It ain't all about me. I'm like a superhero to this town. I mean everything to Cleveland, Akron, Ohio, whatever you want to call it. The kids crying, they looking up to me. I was their Michael Jordan. I'm the superstar of their time. You know what? I owe it to this city. Okay. My contract is done again. Our little run is over here. Like they say, now let them tell it. They was a super team, but as soon as they didn't get nothing, Dwayne Wade was washed up. Because I always ask that question too. If you put him in there and say that he's played with all these Hall of Famers, then why don't you blame those Hall of Famers for them losing as well?
Right.
You can't count and say he played with Bosh and Wade, but then it's all his fault. But they never said that they're the GOAT. Don't matter who said what, you know what I'm saying? They didn't say that they were the GOAT because they knew that they wasn't in that conversation.
Yeah.
The people that say it feel somewhere or they heard somebody even say it. No, they wouldn't say it because it has never been said before. LeBron James not the only person that think he's the GOAT. There's other people out there who has said it as well.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, they love him.
And I don't buy none of that either because like they say with Bronny, he shouldn't have said his son is the best at this and that. Last I remember, LeVar Ball was supposed to have 3 sons that was going to be in the NBA.
Yeah.
I know one of them rapping and 2 of them hooping. So I know about all 3 of them, but I don't think all 3 of them balling like he said in the NBA.
Yeah.
Better than Steph Curry. None of them has won an MVP yet. None of them had no rings. Lonzo number 2 pick, LaMelo number 3. Come on, man, you got top flight sons. They can ball, but that ain't what it's about. Remember?
Yeah.
You crapped on them when they went not 1, not 2, when they went 4 times in a row. So you crap on him. His sons, they did get drafted in all lottery picks, but they didn't win nothing. They're not better than Steph. They can't be Jordan. Remember all those lies that he was supposed to have told.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to be holding them to because LeBron said, man, get the hell out of here. Ain't nothing wrong with believing in yourself and ain't nothing wrong with believing in your son. And then if any of y'all got any problem with that, once again, go get your mental check, get you some help. Ain't nothing wrong with believing in yourself. Hey, dog. Hey, when I ask you who you think is the best, you better say anybody but you.
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man. If it's him that's the best, then he's supposed to lie and just say something else to satisfy everybody else's craving. Like I was saying, you don't cook, man. So why would I try to compare something? Or that's just like they tell you and Emerald or something to fix a steak against each other. And then when they get done, they ask him which one of the steaks did he think his came out the best or yours. Well, I can't say me, a 5-star cook that's world renowned. He ain't supposed to say him. He gonna say this dude over here that never had no cooking experience, no nothing. Can't even make a hamburger, boil a hot dog, made a steak. I'm like, so there's nobody that's been in the league that's more celebrated than LeBron.
Yeah.
So when they ask him who's the best player and he don't say himself, I mean,
who did y'all want him to say?
Yeah, I'm like, come on, man. I mean, and there's even good players, but to say somebody like Steph Curry, if we going under that same logic that make Jordan the best because of the rings, the awards, and all this, well, this dude got way more than him. Got 2 more MVPs than him, 4 more finals MVPs. Steph Curry ain't never led the league in assists. Steph Curry ain't the all-time scoring leader. He got about 12, 13 all-star appearances. He don't have 20-something. And that ain't taking nothing away from him, just using him as an example. You hear me?
Right.
You say Giannis, okay, he got 2 MVPs. He got 1 ring. So that means he's lacking off the flip in 3 finals MVPs. He's minus 2 regular season MVPs.
Yeah.
He don't have no Olympic medals. He not the all-time leading scorer. He never led the league in assists. You know what I'm saying? It's nobody that's more accomplished or celebrated than LeBron James. So if he didn't say, you know, as far as the game right now and playing or whatever, he said he was the greatest of all time or whatever, man. He's been dominant that long and been the face of it. You want me to take all the backlash of being the face and all the scrutiny that come with it, but I can't say that I'm the best because I'm the face.
Right. Nah, that's crazy.
Oh, come on, man. You got to make up your mind. I'm like, what the hell are you supposed to say? I think I'm a pretty decent player, man. But that Contavious Caldwell Pope, man.
I'm okay.
I'm halfway decent. You know, I'm an all right player, but Clint Capella, man, that dude be out there just straight up killing people, man. But Matthew Dellavedova, man. If I was on his level, boy, Jordan Poole.
Oh, J.J. Barea, boy.
Right. The Jordan stopper. First ballot Hall of Famer. Boy, you locking down the GOAT, man. You should still be in the league.
Yeah.
20 years later, you should have played till you was 50. You could lock up the GOAT.
Right.
So that's the question. Okay. When they say Michael Jordan, and I ask myself these questions, and I'll be the judge. Oh, no. Matter of fact, you be the judge. Do you think that if he didn't retire them years, he would have had 8 straight?
I don't
either. And reason I'm saying that is because that Houston team that won the back-to-back championships, they beat the Knicks, a good team. Who knows? Went to 6 or 7 with them. You might could say that the Bulls would have probably beat the Knicks. The Rockets, hot as they were, now the second year, you know, they come from one of the last season one. But that year with Cassell and Kenny Smith and all of them, they were pretty bona fide. And I would say they probably would have won 7, but I wouldn't say 8 because that same Orlando team that lost to the Rockets in the finals was that same Orlando team
that put them out.
That put Jordan them out.
Yeah.
With Nick Anderson and all of them. So but they try to come with all that. But he wouldn't have been rusty because he took no time off, man. That should have made you better because you had time to heal.
Yeah.
Like we'll get off into it next week.
That's why I say they wouldn't have won that 8 because he was I won't say declining, but the competitive juices or whatever, the stuff that you need.
I think the sitting out is what made him better.
Yeah.
Once he came back and got his mind focused on basketball, he was one of the best. I think his mind not being on basketball is what made him kind of, not the same guy. I wouldn't say he sucked with the Wizards, but he definitely wasn't the same guy. Yeah. And people would say that's because he smoked the cigars, he drinking and all that. If you watch clips that we'll try to show next week or whatever, he used to say that drinking, smoking and all of that was his relaxation and what got his mind right and got him ready to play basketball.
Right.
So if you wasn't out there getting injured, then you should be healthy and healed your body parts. And if you was smoking cigars and all that, that's what you do to get your mind right. So your mind should have been right. To me, him sitting out 2-3 years, he should have came back a better than average Michael Jordan. Yeah. If you set out 3 years and you hadn't been playing and now all of a sudden you got this itch, but your knee is bad, then sit out another year till your knee get right. Right. Instead of giving them 2 years of mediocre Michael Jordan, give him 1 super year of you being that Michael Jordan.
Right.
Because I don't know if he's still that LeBron James, but he's still better than a lot of people.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan at that age and at the Wizards was given a starting spot. He was a reserve on the All-Star team. Right. LeBron still the captain, picks the team, still the he's still an All-Star. Most votes, everything. Yeah. It's not a doubt. It's not a stretch. Some of those years you would like 20 points might not have got you an All-Star selection. Yeah. As Trae Young and a few people. You know what I'm saying? That was name recognition. Lifetime achievement is his last one. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason but I don't think that he was necessarily good enough to win it on that tip. I was like, you could use the same logic with LeBron James. If he wouldn't have went back to Cleveland and stayed in Miami, would we be talking about them going to not 6, not 7, or how many? But he wouldn't have won all of them. I don't know. But he might have been a lot closer to 6, and y'all won't be nut riding so hard. Oh, that's right, because he ain't 6 years old.
Right.
Michael Jordan never lost. Okay, back to that thing. Well, kill the argument. Then Russell is to go if it's all about rings.
Yeah.
It's not about rings. Man, I never heard it's about the Chicago Bulls. I never heard anybody say the 1993 NBA champion or the Michael Jordans and no, the Chicago Bulls, man. Y'all always talking about LeBron taking everybody's shine and credit and all this and that. What are you doing when you only announce Jordan?
Right.
Scottie Pippen is top 50 player. He definitely did enough.
Yeah.
No, he didn't have to be MVP.
Yeah.
That does not mean that he sucked. The Lakers three-peated. Shaq was MVP every time. They had a guy by the name of Kobe Bryant. I think he's pretty good.
Right.
Y'all same haters and nut riders have put him number 2 behind Michael Jordan. So
right.
just because Scottie didn't win MVP every time don't mean that Michael Jordan didn't have no help out there.
For sure.
Yeah, but we're gonna get more off into it in a little bit, man. I just tried to give y'all something, man, to just we got to get real with this LeBron stuff, man. Let's talk about it and keep it 100, keep it honest, keep all the hating and all that out of it. If you can't do that, man, that's gone. Bro, I'm so sick of that GOAT Talk page. If you don't ban LeBron, that's a straight hater page. GOAT Talk page. Y'all suck. The administrators, Matt Prophet, any of them, that Drake almost all them old fake hating ass people that put that same narratives and post up every day. You suck, and it's a hate page. You ain't about talking to LeBron for real. I got a whole show. I got a platform. You could DM me if you want. Any of these Saturdays. What's the 15th upcoming, the 22nd, the 29th, any one of them that y'all want to be on, we could do it live. We could Skype, Zoom, whatever you want to do. If you want to talk some real basketball and you really want to talk about LeBron, hit me up in the DM and we'll see what can y'all do when somebody's willing to have facts and argue his point right back with you. What can you do then? Y'all just some haters, bro. Look, when they block you, you can't even put no comment on there, but they make sure the likes and all that on. If nothing I say, you hear me? So I could just give my take with no feedback, but everybody could shoot at me.
Right.
What comment I make. If I say I don't like it, it's bad, but I can't get nothing. But when they sending me racial slurs, death threats, monkeys picking cotton, you don't see none of that.
Yeah.
But you see everything that I do. I'm getting that fake ass page shut down, man. It sucked. I'm not gonna comment on it no more. I ain't got no energy for it no more. All I'm gonna be doing is using this right here. This can't be taken in my comments. So I hope y'all start watching it, click it, subscribe it, share it, do whatever y'all gotta do. But fake websites like that, hate pages, we shutting that crap down. We boycotting that. And I'm going to get some people to hop on the bandwagon with me. Some real basketball fans that don't want to do nothing but talk about basketball.
Yes,
We're gonna put an end to people like that. All them false narratives and all that lying. You hear me? Team hopping and all that. Don't say it just to make your narrative be true. Put some meat on that sandwich. He ain't team hopping, and if he did, he ain't doing it very good because he's been on the same damn team for almost 10 years now.
Right.
So yeah, stop hating. LeBron James is great. I don't know if he the king, but you probably gonna hear it more the more you try to hate. More people just gonna like him. You're not gonna make people hate him. He could play basketball. He is who he is. He ain't wrong for supporting his son, and he ain't wrong for believing in himself. Yep. And I'm like everybody else on social media, since we want to do social media all the time. Don't argue with me, argue with your mama. Or DM me and we could argue live on my show.
Right.
But for my boy Phil, this been Mikey Justice. This episode 7 of Everybody Don't Hate LeBron. And we out.
Peace.
Peace.